Well, the benefits for Jennings O'Donovan of participating in the CPD Engineers Ireland Employment Scheme really are what it has enabled the company, to develop as a knowledge-based and knowledge-sharing organisation. And that has been very, very important. And to be able to align that knowledge throughout the entire company and to bring all our staff on board and to upskill them and to have them know how important it is to keep continuing with CPD and with learning, and how important that also is to generate business and to deliver on the bottom line for the organisation.
The company has a strategy of rapid organic growth internationally. To do that, we need knowledgeable engineers quickly, and we need to deploy them to our offices worldwide. Using a CPD scheme, we could communicate training, we could communicate development plans.
In terms of this time last year, whenever we applied for CPD accreditation with Engineers Ireland, we were in an early stage of our development, and we launched a new development and training framework, and it was the CPD accreditation that laid the foundation for that framework and gave us the structure to lay down the new training framework that we developed with our engineers, and that provided the basis for upskilling and learning development with those engineers.
So over the last year, Open Hydro has recruited 20 principally engineers into our organisation, and I think it's been tremendously benefit, particularly in that area. It has allowed us to attract new engineers into the business. I think once the engineers are on board, it has acted as a fantastic retention mechanism, because our engineers believe that we are investing in them for the future. And I think thirdly, at times we've actually had a large number of engineers come on board into the business at the one time, and the formulation of a standard induction process has allowed us to take on board a large number of engineers at one time in a very, very controlled and effective way. It's meant that these new engineers, our new additions into the team, have been able to get up to speed and get working straight away.
There are so many benefits, and it can do so much for your organisation. Really, the amount of time it takes to go through the process of preparing the application, etc., isn't huge, but the work that you do in developing your staff and the returns that you get from your staff out of doing a structured CPD process such as this one are really far outweigh the time input and the costs of same. So I would advise anybody who's considering this to jump at it and go for it.
135 best companies in the country have already recognised its benefits. It certainly contributes hugely to competitiveness. It guarantees that a company stays in touch with the latest developments in their own technical area, and it allows them ensure that into the future they'll be able to compete successfully with whatever challenges they face.